everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sheikh Abdul. Today we are diving into the world of network security on the Raspberry Pi 5, especially focusing on the powerful tool known as IPTables. Okay, the first step we need to write the Raspberry operating system to the SD card. Open your Raspberry Pi imager and choose the device from the Raspberry Pi device option. Click here. If you have Raspberry Pi 4, you can choose Raspberry Pi 4, or there's an option accordingly choose your Raspberry Pi device. I'm going to use my Raspberry Pi 5, so I'm going to choose Raspberry Pi 5. On the operating system option, I'm going to choose the recommended version, Pi OS 64-bit version. In the storage, I have SD card 128 GB, so I'm going to use this one and click next. In OS customization section, I already did my fill my all the information, so I put Pi 5, so I can ping this name, so I can to get the IP address. I already put a username Pi 5 and the password. You also put the my Wi-Fi settings, everything, so I don't need to worry about it's automatically connect after OS installation. So this is very useful option. If you want to enable SSH, I already enable SSH the option, so it's very useful. I'm going to click yes. Would you like to apply OS customer settings? You say yes, and all external data will be erased. I want to continue. I'm going to say yes. So now it's going to install the OS. It will take a few minutes. After that, we'll jump into the Raspberry Pi 5. Okay, we done the image. I'm going to take out the SD card, put it back to my Raspberry Pi 5. You can see my Raspberry Pi 5. Put a heating sink, newly one, so it looks perfect. I'm going to give the power option. It's going to turn on. I'm going to wait a little bit. If you want, you can connect your keyboard, mouse and everything and connect to your monitor. Okay, I'm jumping to my Windows command line, and now we don't know the IP address, right? So I'm going to ping, because we know the name we gave Pi 5. So I'm going to ping. Okay, we're able to ping. So as you can see, after we pinging, we know the IP address is 192.168.86.64. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to SSH, because we already enabled SSH. We're going to use the Pi 5 as the username and @. I'm going to type the IP address 192.168.86.64. Okay, we'll get a prompt like this as usual, and we're going to type yes. We're going to enter the password, which I gave the password. Okay, we are able to access SSH onto our Pi 5. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so you can see. I'm also going to color this tab. I'm going to put red. Actually, I'm going to ifconfig. I'm going to put the IP address so I know which one is 192.168.86 and 64. So I have a clear picture. I'm going to say clear. Now we're going to update our system, so make sure your system is up to date always. Sudo apt update, and we just sudo apt get upgrade. Okay, yeah, so it's upgrade. If you're doing the first time, it's going to take few minutes. You're going to update a lot of stuff. So for those who new to this, IPTables is a powerful tool used for network filtering It's the backbone of firewall solution in many Linux system. Okay, we are done with the update. Now we're going to jump into install the IPTables. Okay, let's do sudo apt get install IPTables. So we're going to install the IPTables. Do you want to continue? Yes, we do. You're going to hit Y. Yes. Can say it's installed. Okay, we're going to verify if installation. So we're going to use sudo IPTables L to ensure it's installed. Okay, good. Okay, let's break down this chain input, right? So the chain filters, this filters incoming traffic designed for the Raspberry Pi, and chain input. The forward, this chain filters traffic that's being forwarded through the Raspberry Pi to another destination. Output, this chain filters outgoing traffic originating from the Raspberry Pi. So input chain incoming traffic, chain forward filter traffic that is being forwarded through the Raspberry Pi to another destination. The output filters outgoing traffic originating from the Raspberry Pi. Now, how about this policy accept? All these policies accept. So this policy allows all incoming traffic in the input chain, all forward traffic in the forward chain, and all outgoing traffic in the output chain. Accept. Okay. You can see in here target. This column specify what action to take on the matching traffic. Common targets include accept, drop, or reject. Accept is allow the traffic to pass through, drop is block all the traffic, and reject is block the traffic and sends a rejection message back to the sender. We can see prot here. So this column specifies the protocol of the traffic being filtered. Like common protocols are like TCP, transmission control protocol, TCP used for reliable data transfer, and UDP user datagram protocol. UDP is a used for connectionless data transfer, and the third one is ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol, used for network management. And next one is OPT. So this column specify any optional arguments for the target. And source and destination. So these columns specify the source and destination IP addresses or networks for the traffic being filtered. Now, as you can see, the current IPTables rules are very permissive and allows all traffic though. This is the default configuration and is not recommended for security purposes. You should configure IPTables to allow only specific traffic that you need and block all other traffic. Let me give you some suggestions. For improving the security of your Raspberry Pi with IPTables, normally we allow only essential traffic. Use the accept target to allow specific ports for the service. You need like SSH port 22 or HTTP port 80. And block all other traffic. Use like a drop target to block all remaining traffic. Use stateful inspection. This allows established connection to continue even if the traffic originates from the different IP addresses. Use a front-end firewall tool like UFW or GUFW can make it easier to manage your IPTables rules. We're going to do some testing at the end of this video using the GUFW. If you didn't watch my previous video, I make a video about GUFW, how to install, how to configure, and how to do your rules and stuff. So please go back and watch that video. I will put the description field that link. Okay, just in case if you're on to a new machine that you don't know if it's installed or not, normally you type sudo apt list IPTables This way you can see it's IPTable installed or not. Got it? So next, before you running any command, you can add a temporary rule to the input chain that allow SS connection, because we are SS from my Windows machine. So if you have SSH from any machine like Linux, Mac, or anything, that to your Raspberry Pi, and you try to put a rule, be careful, because SSH connection can drop and block. So make sure you allow temporary rule to SSH connection before you run any command. Okay. This will ensure you don't accidentally lock yourself out. Here's how you do it. First command, let me clear this. So you say IPTables a input p tcp dport 2020 22 j. I'm going to say accept. Oh, you know what, we need to use sudo. So it says, let me do same thing. I'm going to sudo. Oh nope, what is that? Did I type it wrong? And this will non option J. Oh, you know what, so this is very case sensitive, so this is simple J. Cool. Okay, in summary, this code tells the system's firewall to allow incoming TCP traffic destined for port 22, typically SSH connections, to be accepted and processed. This is a common rule used to ensure that the firewall allows SSH traffic, enabling remote management of the server or device. So you can see I am SSH, so I am able to keep my active connection. Otherwise, if I run something, can get dropped. Okay, now if you type and see our rule, sudo IPTables, you can see the SSH we allow in here, target, accept. So that's why we can SSH, right? So we don't have any rules. Just in case if you want to remove everything, start over, you type sudo IPTables f. Now if you go sudo IPTables l, you can see it's gone. This one, now it's gone. Now it's blank. Okay, now let's start from the beginning. We're going to allow SSH. Sudo IPTables a, we go to input p tcp d port 22. SSH port is 22, and we go accept. Now if you go sudo IPTables, you can see SS connection. Let me open another one. Let me see ping 192 1. I'm pinging from my Windows machine now. 192 168 86 86 and 64. Okay, you can see we can ping from my Windows machine to the Raspberry Pi. Okay, so next one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow ping request. Okay, so I'm going to put sudo IPTables a input p icmp type echo request. I'm going to see j accept SCCEPT accept, and so we say allow ping request, and I'm going to the other one, I'm going to drop all other incoming traffic. Okay, sudo IPTables a input j drop. See, again I'm just type, it's very case sensitive, j drop. Okay, now let's go sudo IPTables and see. Okay, we accept the SSH, we accept the ping request. Okay, so this is what I'm doing here. The way my proceed is, this is like a cyber security action that I'm not going to allow any other one try to hack my machine. So this is like a cyber security guard options I'm showing you now. Okay, next we're going to secure web server, example like Apache, so like that. So we go sudo IPTables. When I tab, I don't get anything. Oh, we do get. I was typing sudo IPT. Oh yes, if you type half and if you tap the tab, it will complete the code. So we type sudo IPTables. I'm going to use a and going to input p tcp. What that say d port 80. Okay, accept. Right, so in summary, this command sudo IPTables a input ptcp d port 80 j accept tells the system firewall to allow incoming TCP traffic on the port 80, which is typically used for HTTP web traffic. This rule is important for web server because it allows external users to access web pages hosted on the server. I mean, if you don't like to, if you don't have a web server running, you don't need to do this. Okay, I'm just giving you that sometimes you running web server and everything on your Raspberry Pi machine, that this is like a thing, like this is like a kind of server you're running to external access kind of stuff, right? So now let's see, you have a database server MySQL. Okay, so we need to allow access. So sudo IPTables a, going to input going to p tcp d port. So the port is for this is 3306. Okay, you say accept. Okay, we allow the database MySQL. Okay, so now I'm going to see how many rules. IPTables. Wow, nice. So we can see target port and everything, accept the TCP SSH port, accept ping request, drop everything else. Okay, and we say accept HTTP web traffic, accept MySQL. Okay, next is that protect against specific threats, block specific IP addresses. So if you think that you've been trying to hack your machine, that and you found the IP address, someone, maybe your neighbor or someone from your friend, your ex or someone, and you found IP address that they're trying to hack your machine, or the IP address, you know that these are very, hacking stuff, you normally block those IP addresses. You can also find from the internet, there's so many threads, Firewall, so many IP addresses that you can block, so you can get all the list and you can block. So I'm going to give you like a basic how to do it. So we try sudo IPTables. We're going to say a input, you say s, and after that you type your IP address in here. Normally you type how about we say 123.20 25.23.22. I don't know what is this IP address. Just a random IP address. So I'm just type it and I'm gonna say I say drop. So now this IP address unable to access your machine from outside. Okay. And next is how about block port scans. So you want to stop port scanning, like when hackers try to scan your ports and specific port, so you can block any ports you want. So you type sudo IPTables, we say input and key TCP, and I'm going to say D port 1023. So I'm going to range of port I'm going to block. I'm going to drop. Okay, let me type that here. Sudo IPTables input P TCP D port 121023 J drop. Okay, okay, let me sudo IPTables input P TCP. Oh, did I this time I missed that D port. This time I'm going to use 1023 J drop. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was thinking first time I miss here, the second time also I miss here something, and this time I perfect. So if you give you a range of port numbers, you need to use like this. So sudo IPTables okay. Okay, cool. Took some time to okay, so we can see my Raspberry Pi 5, the rules I made, everything's here. So drop. Nice, perfect. Okay, the last one I'm going to do it like enable logging. So IPTables logging helps you identify suspicious activity and troubleshoot issues, right? So I'm going to type sudo IPTables input j log, and I'm going to say log prefix. Okay, and IPTables tables, and I'm going to say in. To use the one. Okay, cool. Next one, IPTables in output IPTables output. Okay, I'm going to say actually oops, log prefix IPTables out. Oops. Enter. Okay, nice. So these commands are useful for monitoring and debugging network activity, as they allow you to track both incoming and outgoing traffic. Through your system's firewall. The logs generated by these rules can be found in your system syslog file. Okay, next we need to save our IPTables. So normally when you run sudo IPTables save command, it doesn't automatically save the IPTables configuration to a file. Instead, it outputs the current IPTables configuration to standard output, your terminal screen by default. Okay, like this. To save this configuration to a file, you need to redirect the output to a file of your choice. For example, to save your current IPTables configuration to a file, name IPTables backup txt in your current directory, you would run like this: sudo IPTables save, going to use IPTables backup txt. Okay, so now think, if you want to save it to a more specific location, you can provide a full path for like for example, you need to have your folder created, tables save, going to use like IPTables backup txt, like that. Or to a system wide location like etc IPTables, like, so you can do sudo IPTables save etc IPTables backup txt, like this. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it and learn something new. If you did, please give the video thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I also really appreciate it if you could leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought of the video and would you like to see next. If you're interested in learning more about this topic, I have blog posts and related video that you might find helpful. I'll leave the links in the description below. Don't forget to follow me on social media, on my LinkedIn and my Facebook and my YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next video.